There's another just incredible story today by Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, the father of Reaganomics, former head of the Treasury under Reagan, up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And it's the year America dissolved. It was 2017. Clans were governing America. The first clans organized around local police forces. The conservatives' war on crime during the late 20th century and the Bush-Obama war on terror during the first decade of the 21st century had resulted in the police becoming militarized and unaccountable. As society broke down, the police became warlords. The state police broke apart, and the officers were subsumed into the local forces of their communities. The newly formed tribes expanded to encompass the relatives and friends of the police. That's already what happens in a tyranny. Anybody who's part of the thug system has all these special rights. It's a new class. The dollar had collapsed as the world reserve currency in 2012 when the worsening economic depression made it clear to Washington's creditors that the federal budget deficit was too large to be financed except by printing of money. With the dollar's demise, import prices skyrocketed. Americans were unable to afford foreign-made goods. The transnational corporations that were producing offshore for U.S. markets were bankrupted, further eroding the government's revenue base. The government was forced to print money in order to pay its bills, causing domestic prices to rise rapidly. Faced with hyperinflation, Washington took recourse in terminating Social Security and Medicare, and followed by the confiscating the remnants of private pensions. This provided a one-year respite, but with no more resources to confiscate, money creation and hyperinflation resumed. Organized food deliveries broke down. That's already starting to happen, and police forces are disbanding. With the government fought hyperinflation with fixed prices and the mandate that all purchases and sales had to be with U.S. paper currency. Unwilling to trade appreciating goods for depreciating dollars, goods disappeared from stores. Washington responded as Lenin had done during the War of Communism period of Soviet history. The government sent troops to confiscate goods for distribution in kind to the population. That's what's starting to happen in Venezuela. This was a temporary stopgap until existing stocks were depleted, as future production was discouraged. Much of the confiscated stocks became the property of troops who seized the goods. And then it just goes into the nightmare collapse scenario. In fact, the whole article didn't print. Will you guys print it again for me? Thanks. Okay, that is the year America dissolved, 2017. And this is what the globalists actually want. They're going to reorganize it before it ever gets to that point, but it's going to get close to this. That's their stated plan.